tonight. Oh, we're taking it up a notch. I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. Wes and Mike TZ coming all strong.
Hello, and welcome to the conference call. I'm one of your co-hosts. My name is Chris Edwards, and I'm here with my two other co-hosts, Rex and TJ. Gentlemen, how the hell are you?
Yeah.
Oh,
We doing all the things today.
oh. I'm afraid. That's scary.
Okay, for
That's-
real, just a little bit.
Giving horror movie. I'm good and afraid.
Okay, well, gentlemen, this is Drag Race, the recap show. This is season 16, episode 12. This is the Bathroom Hunty show. So let's skip the rundown. So we'll talk about who went home last week first, talk about the workroom, then we'll talk about the mini challenge, we'll talk about the runway, and then who is the winner or winners of the week.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you guys think of our favorite Maya going home last week?
Yeah.
It was past time.
Yeah. It was like a Royal Caribbean cruise. Cheap and too long.
Don't knock a Royal Caribbean cruise. Hold on. Have you ever been on a Royal Caribbean cruise?
Seriously?
Who are you talking
I don't know.
I would never.
Exactly. Not
I
bad.
would
and bougie
never.
Not bad and bougie over there, child.
Royal Caribbean is a good cruise line. I think you're talking about them other ones.
Okay, maybe
Carnival.
it's Carnival.
It's Carnival. Let's get it straight. Carnival's the one that always catches on fire and then be having all the stuff on it.
Chris, this sounds like a personal
It is because I am a Royal and Caribbean member. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Excuse you.
He said, "Don't talk about his Royal Caribbean."
Oh.
That's right.
My goodness.
I've been cruising with them for a long time.
Oh, are you an activist for people who drive Fords too? Like, what's
Ooh,
the
no.
Not Fords.
Not even new Fords, Pintos.
Oh no,
Ooh,
not
the old ones?
Pintos.
No, thank you. No.
Weren't those the ones
Anyway.
that was folks back
So
then?
yeah, what?
Nothing. What?
Oh.
Girl,
about
we glad
Maya?
she gone home. We overdo highlighter, bad wig, did a flip, threw her dress, knocked the bitch over, and still got sent home. Bye, girl.
Yeah.
It was her time. You know, she came, she saw, she conquered, she went home.
There was only so many times that she could flip, so she flipped right
Yes.
on out the door. It was time.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So this week's episode, let's talk
Much
about what
better,
happened
much
in
better.
Huh?
Much better. I enjoyed this week's episode.
This week's episode was good, but let's talk about when they were in Untucked and back in the workroom, and let's dive into Miss Q for a little bit, because let me tell you something. I'm for me, Q's going like she was going like this, and now she's just like she's hit the top of that roller coaster, and now she's just kind of like whoosh.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's more like she goes up and down. Like,
yeah, but
right where she always been for me. I've been telling you how since the beginning, but it's cute or whatever.
It is true. I feel like one week she does a really good look, and then the next week you're like, "Girl, what is this?" And the next week you're like, "Oh my God, this is great." And the next week, so yeah, it's strange.
But I think overall her attitude has started to decline. Last week when she didn't win and she thought she was going to win, that was just like we saw a sourpuss all over her face. And then when she went back in the workroom, it was like,
that's
no,
not the first time though. This is the second time she's done that. It just escalated.
But this one was worse. It was so bad. And like in Untucked,
what did you see that was so bad?
Well, in this episode? Well, when she was back there, like the fact that she just said, "Oh, I should have won," and she didn't. So Saphira didn't deserve to win. Like, girl, delusional.
That wasn't even the part that really bothered me. Like,
what's the part that bothered you?
If you feel like you deserve to win, okay, I'm sure all the bitches up there to some degree feel like they deserve to win every week, or they wouldn't do the shit that they do. What bothered me was the emotional support that she received from the group, which she promptly rejected and rebuffed unabashedly.
Oh,
That's what got next to me, especially when Saphira was like, "Oh well, I'm sorry, I love you," and she was like, "Nah." I was like, "That'll be the last one you get." Not only that, I'm snatching all your wigs down and dishing them in the toilet.
Not dodging them in the toilet.
Look, let me tell you something. I think the best way to get back at someone is to win. And as you'll see in this episode,
I guess
Saphira,
Friday went to the school of Yonsei.
That's all she did. Yes, revenge. The dish serves warm and winning.
I heard that, but yeah, no. So that moment was sort of just very blah for me, but like it wasn't unexpected. She act like every other person of her persuasion that I've ever been around who didn't get something that they felt entitled to. But whatever, girl.
It's like she's bucking to outdo Jan. It's like that's her. It's like a goal.
You
remember us talking about that at the beginning of the competition? And she's like,
let me give you your kudos, because I said this to Ronald and I said this to you on Sunday when I tried to half watch it when I wasn't sleeping. We'll talk about that in a minute. But you guys, especially you, Rex, you hit it dead on the head of the nail in the very beginning. You said you predicted this is exactly how this season would turn out, and it's exactly what she did. It is exactly what she did. I'm just like, wow, you were so right from the very beginning.
You know, I don't even think that I'm that smart. I just watch a lot of Drag Race, and they have
let me justify that statement. We all hated, maybe not you because you love a mean girl, but we all hated Plain Jane in the beginning. And I thought Q was like the shit, she could do no wrong. And the roles have completely reversed. This episode of Drag Race really humanized Plain Jane to a point where I was like, okay, I actually kind of like you now.
You were taken in by Plain Jane's story of self-sabotage. However, you rebuffed the HIV story.
Yeah. No, I didn't rebuff the HIV story.
Why are we back here? Why are we back here?
All right, so hold on. You know what? Let me address this, because for those that watched the episode last week, I edited out a portion of our conversation. And I'm going to tell you why. And these guys are still cracking up. I felt as though Plain Jane was using her HIV story to gain sympathy.
Not Plain Jane.
Sorry, not Plain Jane. Sorry, Q was using that story to gain favor with the judges. It might not have been intentional, but when she didn't win, it was just like, well, I opened up and I shared and I looked beautiful and I thought I should have won. And that was her whole attitude of not being, like acting the way she was. And to be honest with you, I had that thought. And if you scour social media and YouTube, a lot of other drag queens actually said similar. You know what I mean? So
listen, you shouldn't get any undue heat from having that opinion, because the only thing that happened on this channel was that you shared that opinion before I could, girl. So go on.
I would like to let you know that Chris, that if Rex is in your corner, that's a red flag. A red flag. You might want to rethink something.
I see he got the chunky bracelet on.
I do. My lovely balding stylist got this for me. Isn't that beautiful?
Okay.
It is lovely.
We do love a chunky stuff.
Yeah, so when you are thinking about your paltry closet, get in contact. I'm not talking about you, Chris. I'm talking about anybody with a paltry closet.
A paltry closet.
You can get in contact with our resident stylist, Mr. T. Day, Douchepad Hodgepodge.
Okay, moving on. What were you saying, Chris, about HIV?
I wasn't saying anything. We're moving on. Don't try to
he has gone from stylist to bus driver.
All right, so let's move on to this week. So they had a mini challenge, which was, I forget what they called it, but basically they had to do fast drag where they made their faces and then had to put themselves on a t-shirt basically. And I believe Plain Jane won that. It was actually kind of interesting. I've never seen anything like that, but it was interesting, the outcome of it.
I don't care to see anything like that again.
Nor do I.
Okay.
The challenge was inspired by Tammy Faye Bakker, who I only know of her from Drag Race, to be honest.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you're young still.
Like, I mean, I know that she's a figure, but like, I don't think I had heard of her prior to however many seasons ago.
What sort of
when you first brought
figure?
her up. A public figure.
Okay.
That's what all I know.
Okay.
But
she was
yeah,
a pastor's wife, and she loved shoes and heavy makeup.
so that's what I gathered. But I feel like a bunch of them could have won that challenge. Like, I was confused because a lot of the shirts looked about the same.
Although I will say, Plain Jane's shirt actually looked a lot like her face.
Well,
you know what I mean, like the way her makeup is placed on her face.
Okay.
Come on, Shady. Come on, Shady bitch.
Yeah.
So, for the Maxi Challenge, they had to create these. It was kind of like a play on like HGTV House Hunters, like redesigned type of space, and they were giving bathrooms they had to remake, and they worked in teams, of course. That was actually very interesting because I'm a lover of HGTV and all the things.
Well, what did you find interesting about it?
About the challenge?
The challenge, yes.
Well, they had to be creative about it, and like each of the concepts they came up with were very, very different. I will say the best one for me was Plain Jane and Saphira.
Yeah, so I did enjoy the challenge. I did recognize the purpose of the challenge beyond the entertainment, and I thought it was a tasteful way to address a political topic.
Yes, absolutely. Actually, dive into that a little bit and talk about it.
Well, I mean, it was just a way to be entertaining while also kind of debunking the whole exclusivity of gender neutral restrooms and like not really having to think about what restroom you have to go into, specifically how drag queens get arrested in drag while traveling and that sort of thing. And just like, I think one of the queens said it during their time in the workroom was just like, when I go to the bathroom, I really just want to use the bathroom. I really don't care about who's in there. I'm not trying to see anybody else. And so it was just a way to kind of address that topic without really having to be like heavy-handed or preachy about it.
Yeah, what I found interesting about this whole topic of gender neutral bathrooms, I remember as a kid growing up, especially like when you were in school, in elementary school, there was no boys' bathroom or girls' bathroom. It was just a restroom. You would go in there and you would do your business and you would walk out, and it was not a big deal. Like, I don't understand like why is it such a big deal nowadays? Of course, yes, you do have like when you have large gatherings.
What school you went to that didn't have a boys and girls
That's what I want to know.
So back in like elementary school, like first, second grade, they didn't have like little boys' bathrooms or little girls' bathrooms.
Is this an American elementary school?
Yes.
That's also what I would like to know because
they just had restrooms. Like they had little private restrooms you could go to. You would go. It just said bathroom. You would go in there. It didn't say boys' bathroom, girls' bathroom. You went in there and used the bathroom.
It sounded like Chris went to the nurse's office to use the bathroom every time he had to. That's what I'm getting from that.
No,
because this description of a gender-neutral elementary school bathroom,
I know that's right.
So here's the thing, though. Of course, now, like, all right, I used to work at a major healthcare institution in New York City, and it was a huge initiative to convert bathrooms and make them gender neutral, where it didn't matter who went to that bathroom.
Why do you have to convert them? Is it because there's not enough stalls? Is that the logistics part of it?
No,
'Cause
so what they
the
wanted to
urinal
do is
versus the stall?
no, so they had the regular restrooms where it was dedicated to men and women with stalls and urinals and stuff like that. But then also, during the early 2000s, there was a push for to have spaces for women to nurse their kids. And in addition to that, they were carving out additional spaces for people that have gender neutral bathrooms, where it didn't matter if so say there was there are 2 bathrooms on that particular floor. They would add another bathroom somewhere where it was just a toilet, and you could go in there.
Yeah.
You could either nurse in there, or you could just whoever could use it.
My friend, I call him British Chris since I know 2 Chris's, but British Chris often complains about the way restrooms are set up here, because where he's from, the stalls go all the way to the ground.
Yeah,
But
so it's like
here,
an
you can
Asian
see
bathroom.
underneath and see
Oh.
above. Like, he just thinks that it's weird that you can see other people's feet when you go to the bathroom.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I do like a good private stall. It does make me feel safer. Now, on the topic of bathrooms, well,
Safer.
yeah, because you have your own little space. Well, safer is not necessarily the right word, but like when you can go into a public bathroom and you have your own little space, it's
I don't understand the kind of company I'm keeping these days. Like, because we have one with a very, very politically forward elementary school.
Hello?
We have another one who is seeking safe spaces and bathrooms. Like, I'm just not sure what's happening. Like, this.
Well, we don't all go out into the bush like you do.
First of all, I don't use the restroom in public. That's number one.
I believe it. I believe it.
I used to be like that a long, long time ago. But when you gotta go, you got to go.
And I got to go when I get home.
And hold on, and it is bad for you to hold it, because I was always told that you can kill yourself by holding it too long.
Charles,
Prove it.
I used the public bathroom an hour ago. When I tell you, I use public bathrooms so much, it's ridiculous.
Wait, but like, are you actually using the bathroom, or is it like Tinder?
Moving on.
Okay, fine.
Hold on, wait. Let's just finish this conversation with the bathroom, because couple weekends ago we went to a LGBTQI bar lounge, and this one I noticed it was just one large space as far as the bathroom. It was it had urinals, it had stalls, and everyone just kind of walked in and did their business and walked out, and no one even thought twice of it. Like,
Yeah,
there are lots of gender neutral bathrooms or gender inclusive bathrooms here.
Using the restroom is one of the most natural things that you can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I understand the maybe the concerns when it comes to little kids. You take your child with you and you help them do their business, and then you leave with them. But other than that, who the hell cares? We all got to go to the bathroom.
And I mean, logistically, it just makes sense because you have less of a wait. If you have a men's bathroom and a ladies' room, and one is full, then you got a line that's forming. Whereas if you have one big ass bathroom, everybody can just go in and out, in and out.
Or 2 big bathrooms.
Or 2 big bathrooms.
Yeah. Oh, America.
Okay, we can just move on from that. Let's see these. I want to see these runway clothes, because this was my favorite part of the episode. So hit it, Master J.
Well, okay, here we go.
Okay.
Jesus.
Woo!
I like this look.
I do too, except the panty.
I don't care for it necessarily.
What? It was giving me Cleopatra.
It should have had a better panty, and I feel like the chains should have gone all the way around the back.
Something. It does.
It wasn't, because she got to show her BBL.
Girl. She showed it.
She did that. It just seemed like it was missing something. Okay.
She showed it though. Yes.
He wasn't. TJ wasn't a fan.
I was not.
The outfit?
No.
He just mad because it don't come in his size. Go on, girl.
Anyway.
Hated it.
Nothing about it. And the hair, Ronald and I are still trying to figure out what is this hair thing that she's got going on.
Okay, so I stopped the TV and paused it to figure out what it was. It's 2 ponytails that have been blunt cut into layers and stacked, so that it looks like it's several different levels of hair all the way up, but it reads as Afro puffs on TV.
But no, the things on the sides, to me, it read like couch fabric from the 70s.
I wasn't studying couches, mid-century modern couches. I'm not sure.
It didn't look like hair.
To me, it gave Princess Leia, but regardless, I'm confused as to why. If she did do all the work that you said, Rex, I'm like, you could have just put on a regular wig and been done. It just didn't make any sense.
And then it was a finger waved in the middle. I think
I don't even know. I don't
I'm not
know.
It looked like it had a little pig curl moment.
I mean, knowing Q is probably referential, and maybe we're just not getting the reference. But
she didn't even explain it.
That's too much credit.
It probably is. But
that's
yeah,
too much credit, and I'm not even sure that her. I mean, the theme was chains, right?
It
was like plastic chains. It didn't look. It looked cheap.
Yeah. Okay. Next.
It was giving bargain bear on Warehouse. But anyway,
I'm sure y'all love this.
I actually liked this look. I liked it because it wasn't yellow. It had no references to bananas.
It wasn't her best look.
No.
But it was cute. I would have liked, I think, a different color hair. I think different hair. To kind of sort of match the rest of the color of the look, like either a white hair or something that cool. Contrast in a different way. I feel like black was just not the right color for that.
Yeah, I think white would actually look good. It would like more of like that
platinum or white. Yeah, I think that would look really good.
Yeah.
But it was a cute look. I liked it.
The only thing I'm interested in talking about for Nymphia is the read Saphira Cristál gave her in between the show when she was like, so, every week you put on this act over and over again. And then you get out there and you're killing. How about we just skip to you getting out there and killing it? Because nobody wants to hear any of that other stuff. And I was here for it. I was like,
it was true. God. Yo, so Saphira she was dead on. Dead on.
I'm telling y'all, it's not an act. I feel like she really just don't know what she be doing.
It's an act.
That's an act. Come on now.
Even if that is really her thought process, the way that she enacts it in the space with other people is an exaggeration of that process.
Yes, I'm in agreement with that.
Okay.
Next.
All
right. Okay, so I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that 1 to 3 business days before she came to Drag Race, she remembered, I need a chain look. And she went to Petco and she got some hook chains and sewed them to that dress, because that dress did not, I
didn't mind that look.
It wasn't even really a dress. Stop. I want 2 things to happen. I want her to stop, and 2, I want all drag queens to stop wearing chaps or chap simulations. I'm over it.
And I mean, this is her like third chap-esque dress or look.
Yeah, no, that is true.
I didn't necessarily mind this look, but it wasn't as strong as some others.
It wasn't strong at all.
Well, okay. I didn't care. I don't think she needed the chains that came in front of her face. That was just distracting. It was an okay look, but it wasn't all that.
Yeah.
It wasn't memorable.
It wasn't. Moving on.
I feel like I've seen this like other times from her on this season. It was like, all right, girl, we've seen this one.
Listen, I've said it once, I'm gonna say it again. Plain Jane's drag persona is a hybrid construction of Jimbo and Rose.
I agree.
This outfit is almost the exact same outfit that Rose made herself while at Drag Race when she cut the volleyballs in half.
I don't remember that look, but I'm inclined to agree with you. Yeah, it's once again like this whole season, we've yet to understand, I guess, her unique
It's 'cause
aesthetic.
it's not unique.
It's not unique. I did not care for this at all.
Yeah.
I didn't understand it. This
No.
also looked like, you know, Amazon Prime right before she left. Right before she left.
Two-day
Although
delivery?
I do give her credit because that is probably one of the best titty bibs I've seen.
All right, I was gonna make a comment about that. This entire season, I know you do not like a titty bib, but she has pulled it off. Like it looks seamless. It looks like they belong on her. Period. Point blank. Full stop.
Yeah, I actually did not clock that when I watched the episode originally, until I was watching the pit stop and they mentioned it, and I was like, oh yeah, you're right. Because I think they were talking about like the armpit. Because typically, you know, there's going to be, because her arm, like you got side boob with this look.
Yeah.
So you're like, damn,
Yeah.
this
I'm like, is
exactly
it
so?
makeup? Is it a full titty vest? Like,
It may be a
Usually
body
that's
suit.
a good money on a good breastplate.
I think it may be a whole body
Yeah.
suit,
yeah.
or at least
she did a
more.
really good job.
Yeah.
And you never see the neckline. You never see where it ends on the shoulders. And to your comment, you didn't even see it underneath either. So
Yeah.
So kudos
Kudos.
to
I'll
her
give her
on
that.
the titty bib, the outfit.
now come on, let's bring the winner along. Bring on the winner.
I
Yes.
was so proud.
Yes.
Oh baby.
I said, oh
baby.
When she turned the corner, I was like, winner, 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 winner.
yeah. If I was kind of sort of thinking she was gonna win last week, after I saw this, I said, oh yeah, she done won. She
Listen,
done won this season.
I was editing photos when I was watching this episode, and when she came on the screen,
You were gagged.
I accidentally slid my mouse off my desk. Like I was like, wait, hold on. And I told Brian, rewind it again. Let me see that again. I watched that runway 4 times.
It was
I you know, I don't really go up for the looks like that. Like I'm entertained mildly or whatever. It's a nice part of the show. I like to see what they're gonna come up with. I always sort of imagine what it would look like if it were like a full like editorial spread or something like that. That's why I like to watch the runways. But like this one,
I think it deserves another.
not only does it deserve its own editorial spread, but it deserves its own exclusive after dark playtime.
Yeah.
This was so good.
Let's not play this too long now.
Okay, all right. And it was so surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It was real different for her.
Very
you would not expect that. And it was such a departure for her. I was just like, yo, this bitch came to win. I don't care what nobody said.
She
And
did.
she was coming to murder people.
Yeah.
Yeah. She said, I'm gonna show you versatility.
You know, you got you're pretty exclusive with that murder word, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah. You can 2 weeks in a row now.
Okay.
You know, people like to say slay. I go the full mile. I'm like, no, she came to murder it.
Gotcha. Okay, so listen. I think I have been a very good boy this episode. I think that I deserve for us to talk about this lip sync.
Okay.
Which, by the way,
okay,
I have watched 6 times. And I put it on my Instagram story.
It made the story.
I really did.
Wow. Okay, do tell. Go off.
Well, I know why though. I know why.
You know why? Okay, let's hear it.
Because you love yourself some Meg Thee Stallion.
Because you ratchet.
I am.
Ronald said this lip sync was not fair because it was made for her.
Not only was it made for her, when she found out she was going to have to lip sync, if you take time and look at her face before the song began,
she was ready.
She did the lips that said, "Oh, bitch." Oh, Oh, you about to get it, bitch. I've been doing this motherfucker at home in the bathroom.
Yeah. Ever since the song came out.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was an extra in the video. Like,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
she was ready for it.
This was not
and-
Dawn's song.
Yeah.
She didn't stand a chance. Dawn did not stand a chance.
No. And it is nice to know that Morphine has Meg knees along with her BBL.
She got
She
the knee.
killed that lip sync. Like she lip synced the words correctly, and like the moves was just like, okay.
I was inspired. I just want y'all to know I was inspired.
She could have been in a music video. Are you about to go drop it like it's hot?
Oh, I did that already. I said I
God.
was inspired. I was inspired so heavily that I had to get my little hand fan out to recover after my inspiration.
Not the hand.
Auntie was on the dance floor dropping like it's hot.
Okay, he done broke a
Yes, and I have also taken 2 leave so that I can get sleep.
There you go. There you go. You do not have Meg Thee Stallion knees.
Or back
There you go.
or front. Okay, that's all I have to say. Thanks.
All right, so listen, I think that was a great lip sync, a great battle. And I think, Ronald made actually a great point. I'm going to throw this out there to you and see what you guys think.
Okay.
He said that it was really Dawn. It was Dawn time to go home one.
Yes.
But the reason why Dawn went home this week is because Maya went home last week. Because Mahia was always in the bottom. Dawn never stood out in anything throughout the entire season. She had no wins. This was her first time lip syncing, and it was just her time. She wasn't memorable at all.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's a good point. Does Morphine have a win? Does she?
No. And so if I know my Drag Race foolery the way that I think that I do, there will be some sort of upset next week where somebody we've been thinking is doing really well will go home, and then Morphine will go home because she'll manage to escape the bottom next week. Yeah.
Who could that be?
Q? I'm thinking Q might go home next week because they've been really focusing on her the last 2 weeks a lot. And that's always an indicator to me.
Let me tell you something. When you have a girl, it's a pattern with the Drag Race people. When you have a girl who's been in the bottom and lip synced her way out at least 2 to 3 times, they always let her stay out of the bottom the following week. They send another girl home, and then that girl goes home the week after that.
But wait, next week there'll be after next week it'll be the final 4, right?
Yeah. There's always an underdog in the final 4. What are we talking about?
So
I think Q might go home.
Wow. But do you think it'll be Q against Morphine?
I actually think it's gonna be Nymphia, but okay.
Oh, okay. This will be interesting to see.
It will be.
Q's won more than Nymphia has.
Q has won more than how many? Nymphia has what, 2?
Does she
One?
have
No, I thought Nymphia had 3. No, she has 2. No, she has 2. She has 2. Sorry.
Does she have 2? What 2 does she have?
What 2?
I think she has 2, doesn't she?
I only remember 1.
What one was that? I know
She
she had
won for the design challenge. Not the one where Q did the coat, the one before that one. The first design challenge.
I was gonna say it's been like 12 of them, child.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, listen.
We'll see.
Dawn went home, and we had 2 winners this week. I thought it was a little unfair that they made them split it. Why not just give them both $5,000 each and call it a day?
Listen, if we can have 2 All-Stars winners, they can split that fucking money.
I know that's right. Also, speaking of that, I did have a thought while watching this episode. We may have another dual win this season.
You think?
I don't know. It is. I can see that happening. I can see that.
No, so Saphira is the winner.
I agree, but I can also see them crowning Nymphia as well.
Look, here's the thing. Sapphira has 4 wins, official wins. She should have 5, and I think are all in agreement that she should have won Snatch Game.
Yes.
It is hers to lose. She is just like Sapphira has been like this the entire time. She has not faltered at all. She's just going like this, and every week she's bringing it. And she is just showing another side of you.
I don't know why y'all don't recognize that Sapphira is getting a Sasha Colby edit. Like,
yeah, yes.
I don't know.
Remember at the beginning, Sasha Colby didn't win that much, and then around the middle, they started to let her win more, and then towards the end, she was just slaying everybody. And going into the final, everybody was like, "Oh, Sasha Colby's going to be our next winner."
Oh, maybe. We shall see in a couple weeks.
We shall see.
Well, this is perfect. Awesome. Listen, guys, thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, like this video so we can start to get moved up in the feed. Subscribe, and we will see you guys next week. So until then, deuces, people.
Bye.